What it do? Jackie knew what it do. Jackie knew what it do. Jackie knew where y'all at. Come on. Come on up in here. Today is a Virgo Sun Capricorn day. Capricorn Moon day. Late degrees of Cap. What does that mean? Virgo Sun, Capricorn, late degree Capricorn Moon. I think the moon is in the degree of 20 degrees in my location. Let me pull up the chart real quick. What up, Sunny? Hello, hello. How are you today? I'm pretty swell. How are you doing? We have the sun in Virgo. Oh, 21 degrees of Virgo. Moon in Cap, Mercury in Virgo, Venus in Libra, Mars in Cancer, and Jupiter in Gemini, Saturn in Pisces. Okay, whatever. But I just want to have that pulled up. Let's pull some energy though. Let's pull some cards. Let's pull some astrology cards for the moment. Let's see what the energies are talking about. What's going on. What's actually going on. Ooh, shit. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Is this thing on? I'm a Virgo sun and moon. Okay. So you got a whole lot of practicality. You're probably, I'm good sitting in nature and healing. Yeah. Be careful not to worry too much during this season. Virgo's good at routines and patterns and nurturing and preparing shit, because during this season, this has been a season of preparation for something. Harvest season, they call it. Let's see what the energies want to say about whoever's in tune with what we got going on. Sunny, you here. So this message could be for you and whoever wants to tap in later on. That's my intention, to deliver a message regarding the energies for any individuals who may, the message may help, encourage, confirm certain things for you guys, and help you to ride this wave. Help me too, because the messages always reflect from whatever space the reader is in. What you say? Peace and what's up, Misa? What's up, girl? Today's Friday too. Venus Day. And Venus is in Libra, where it loves to be at for the most part. Venus in Taurus. Libra and Taurus. So let's see. We're going to pull 3 astro cards. I don't know if this came out in the reverse or not. I feel a vibe of both of reverse and upright. The sun card. We know Leo rules the sun, but at the moment, Virgo, the sun is in the space of Virgo. So that's quite appropriate. Let's see what's going on. Hold on, I want to keep my chart up. The sun being our expressions and our actions. So, and the sun being in Virgo, acting towards your routines and patterns and your health. It came out in an upright light, but it slid out in the reverse. But y'all know me. Well, if you don't know me, I'm quite a realist, and I like to see things on both perspectives, not choose a side, but bring those things together and then make a informative decision. This is the 10th house. The moon is in Capricorn. Capricorn rules the 10th house. So this is the space of your status and your reputation and what you stand on business on. So far, hey, that goes with the energies at the moment. You need to stand on business on making sure that you don't let things halt or alter your routines that you know that you set for reasons that's beneficial to you. Working on things. Stand on business when it comes to your actual status and work. And I ain't talking about your 9 to 5, which I could be talking about that too. But from me as a reader, I'm always talking about what's passionate to the soul and spirit. So if you have an actual 9 to 5 that you're passionate in, yeah, we're talking about that. But if you have a 9 to 5, but you also have other passions, I'm not saying stand on business when it comes to that 9 to 5. I'm saying stand on business when it comes to making time for your passion. I put lotion on today. I put lotion on every day, but I put oil on today. I can't decide if these cards are in the reverse or what. Hold on. I don't like that. Stand on business when it comes to your status. Cap don't play. Cap is the GOAT. Cap the greatest of all times for the most part. So Cap don't mind standing on business, but sometimes just as a spirit in a body and its human experience on this world, we don't necessarily be knowing what to direct our energies on. So that's what the message is going to be for as well. How do we direct this this energy? Because we're quite understanding of what's going on with the energies, but how do we direct this shit, spirit? And I need one more card to complete the astrology pool. I had to put these hoes in order real quick. Skin be feeling way too soft. Oil and lotion combo goes crazy. Yes. And I like to sometimes, which I haven't done this in a long time, but apply my lotion while my body's still wet. I haven't done that in a long time. Oh my God, my contact want to act up. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I just put my eye makeup on. I started to put my glasses on, but I had already put my damn makeup on my eyes, and my eyes started this contact. I need some more. So we're going to keep it like this for the moment. Because I did, never mind, don't get out of my business. Okay, Aquarius. Did that come out actually? Let's see. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's double check. But we're going to keep that in mind. Aquarius being your associations and shit. Your networking, the things that you might need to ghost. Your rebellious spirit, what you rebel against and things like that. Okay, square. Okay, that came out like it was supposed to. Square is the energy of learning and shit. You know, square doesn't mean that it's not a goal, but you may have pitfalls, or I ain't gonna say pitfalls, but you know, things that come up that may seem like a fork in, not a fork in the road, but a halt to what you got going on, but actually it's a square. It's a learning experience. So anytime if you come across some type of blockages during this time, don't look at them as a setback or a blockage necessarily. Understand that it's going to, in the long run, be a learning experience. I don't mean to get dirty, but I ain't gonna lie. That when I glanced, that looked like a head of a dick. It did though, and I ain't being funny. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny, but that looked like the head of a dick, and it looks like it's going inside. The fuck is that about? Squares. It reminds me of those color cards that we pulled previously. Where the sex was not harmonious, that 6 card. But let's see though. Let's pull some cards, some color cards. Inharmonious sex. Okay. Alrighty. Hold on, y'all. 0.1 second. Hold on. All right. So I'm gonna keep these out. What that square? What's the message? What we got going on today? And not only am I delivering whatever the message is, I also have, by default, I like to explain myself. So that turns into like a teaching scenario too when I read. Oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I wish I had been able to add the option to add y'all on. If y'all, I don't know, I'm gonna start doing like I don't know if you would call them consultations or personal messages or readings, individual readings for people. I am going to start that, so I just want to bring that up, because even right now, if you wanted to make a donation, you can do that, and it'll pop up on my screen, and I would pull a couple cards for you. But I haven't really structured that whole idea yet. But who wants to be the first? Who wants to be the first? Let's pull 3 cards for this, though. We're going to pull 3 cards to see what the energies are speaking about. What we need to know. Oh, I'm trying to lick my finger. What is information that's imperative for us to be aware of to ride this wave and this cycle? Okay. Okay, that's cute. You got a harmonious 2. Harmonious 2. 2 is you relating to something else other than what you already are. This is harmonious. This is the negative yin energy, feminine energy, the first feminine energy. This is when you become aware of something other than yourself. And after that, you are able to be aware of your environment. And after, well, we're not going to go too far. 2 is you just being aware of something that you can relate to. Did this 4 come out in reverse? We got the 4. It really don't matter if it's in reverse or not, because this already looks like a over-exaggerated energy or a inhibited. And I'm thinking this is over-exaggerated. But 4 is the energy of your structure and your mind, because after 2 we got the 3, which is your environment. And after you have your environment, now you can look and dissect and detail and have thoughts about this and even create stuff out of it, maybe tools, have ideas, you know, things like that. But this looks like a some type of uncalibration. This is not a balanced 4 though. This is distorted. On some level, it's distorted. No, we ain't gonna do that. All right. Woo. Come on now. Don't come out like that. Do I got the deck upside down? I'm not gonna read these in the reverse like that, because it don't matter, because they're gonna come out. They already have their energy stamped within the card, being that this deck has 3 different perspectives of each number, 1 through 9, 0 through 9. Okay. Ugh, 3 is the environment, and it looks unharmonious and shit. So this is pointing to the square energy then. Remember, we don't take nothing that's good or bad. It just is what it is at the moment, and then we figure out how we can work with it. So 2, whatever you're relating to is in alignment. You have a good perception of what you're relating to, and whatever you're relating to has a good perception of you. And let's read it from the book though. So 2 in its harmonious position is, it feels connected and integrates both aspects. So both aspects are see eye to eye, is understanding. So whatever the square is, both of y'all, or both of the energies that's in this situation is going to learn from it, or has the opportunity to learn. And likely will, since both of y'all are on the same page. And I'm not saying y'all as if I'm talking about another person. I'm just talking about whatever it is that you're relating to, whatever situation that you are exploring, whatever scenario, whatever it may be. Your thoughts this morning, when you woke up this morning, you may have woke up on a good side of the bed. When it comes to you being aware of you being here in the world, I guess, whatever. But 4 energy, it is exaggerated. Completely devoid of any structure. The power, this is a masculine energy too. So your feminine energy is calm, cool, and collected, and very demure. But your masculine energy is acting like a hoe. Completely devoid of any structure. The power of the 4 explodes into all 4 cardinal directions, not knowing where to start. Only with great effort may the square be maintained. This is also a square, that's right. So only if you actually give a damn about learning from whatever experience you push, because your feelings are in a good space. So let your feelings stay in a good space, and don't allow your masculine energy, like how you're seeing things, like the expression that you're perceiving. The energies are sensible, but maybe the actual physical expression of what you're perceiving, or how you may be perceived, may cause a conflict as far as how you can learn from this situation, or whatever the fuck it may be, because the starting points are uncalibrated. Nobody knows like how to get this thing off the ground. You don't necessarily know like where to start, should you start, what to start, when to start, none of that. But with the 2, you are aware of something you are aware of. So you just with that 2 though, you have everything that you need, because everything comes from within. Everything starts from the internal. You already have an internal understanding. When it's time to express or deal with this energy right here, don't be afraid of the things that may seem like they're blocking certain shit. You make sure that you allow your feminine energy to remind you that everything is fine, and you just continue so that you won't get frustrated. This looks like a frustration of whatever structure that you may be dealing with, or whatever structure that you could be working towards creating or building. Or it don't even got to be a structure. It could just be the thoughts that you hold with whatever that you're relating to. You may be over exaggerating certain things when you can calm it down and look at it however you choose to look at it, because your feminine energy has already found balance with whatever you're relating to. Now your masculine energy can create or decide the thought however they choose, and that can kind of even or circle that square a little bit. It's trying to be a squared circle, but it's like can't circle a square for real. You got the X in the middle. Okay, so then you got the exaggerated environment. Your environment is, see, whatever you having to create, or whatever you're having to create your thoughts around, is going to be like fully a creation that you come up with, especially when it comes to your environment. So don't look around in your environment and feel that things are not in a flow to where whatever you're trying to come up with is, hold on, let me just read it. This is the exaggeration. The force of the 3 shows itself in an exaggerated, impulsive, and explosive manner. Your environment, your actual environment may be corrupt a little bit. Or, what's the words? I be reaching for these words. They be right here. But the explanation, that's that square energy. I'm kind of exhibiting that at the moment, because there's so much I can say, but it's the words for me that I can't pull. But that's my feminine energy knowing what the hell it is, but me not necessarily knowing how to express that and who, because I don't know. This is me over exaggerated. I don't know who I'm talking to, so how do I know that? You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about all of that. Your environment will begin to morph. However, all things are your creation. So even if your environment is off, it's because you can create a more smoother situation just by you using your feminine intuition, your knowing, your negative energy, your yin, your starting point. Let that be the starting point. Just get started, and your feminine energy will support. Because sometimes, hey, masculine and feminine energies support one another in their own way. So let's pull some more, because we're finna dig in now. We're finna dig in. Let's dig in. Let me see, which one should I start with? Should I get, I was gonna say, should I get a tarot deck? Not yet. So we're going to pull, we're gonna say this for last. What I wanna pull, bro? I need some more cards. Like, oh God, I do. Okay, we're gonna pull the Empathic Oracle first, and then we'll see where it goes from there. The Empathic Oracle. Okay, the message for the individuals who are involved in this back and forth with me, who is observing now, later, it doesn't matter. This is a message for those individuals and myself too. And I just want some clarity. All right. We got the root chakra. That's your survival instincts. makes sense. Seven being the seven. All these numbers have many meanings and things behind them, but let's start with 7 being the energy of a new experience. That's the third number 1. That's when you pop out from one environment and create a whole new environment. You're in a whole new space, but you may not necessarily be privy to the information yet because you just begin in this 7 space. But it's also the root chakra. That's the card of the root chakra, reminding me of which is, I want to call out Libra, but Libra is the sacral chakra. But long story short, this is where all things begin, from the internal. Back to the number 2 energy, your inward space. So if you don't necessarily know how to relate, because number 7 is a relating number 2, something that you relate to. If you don't necessarily know how to relate, don't get flunked out and go into your survival mode necessarily. Just go to the starting point though. Because we can look at all things from 2 ends of a spectrum. So we can look at this as a survival, or we can look at this as a starting point, because sometimes survival throws you into like flight or fight, and we don't want to be in that space. That's the space that you could be in by default if you allow these energies to just run rapid and not control them, or not be mama from the internal. You can use that number 2 energy or your internal knowings to ground root chakra, whatever that starting point is, so that you can have some type of internal structure that's creating it from the internal, that organized chaos. But we haven't pulled the 5 energy, so hold on. It's a card in the room. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. Pull 3 of these cards, and we're gonna also read them out the book. I'm looking at the card. I'm looking at the roots of this tree in this card. Have many roots, but it's only one tree. And that's that feminine energy, because feminine is multiple. That internal space. You see all the many roots that it takes to create this one tree. The roots will signify at this moment the feminine energies, the multiple internal dynamics that take place in order to pop it out into that number 7 energy, that brand new environment. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about how you organize and allow your internal space to guide you as well. Don't shut your feminine energies up. Don't let the external world or your environment make you boil down like you a little bitch. No, you let your masculine energies, your thoughts, give you some type of confidence to know that what you know on the internal is, this came out kind of in the reverse, I'm not sure, but to let you know that what you know is valid, and try it out. You know, express these things, whatever you got to do. Your story, it was kind of in the reverse, I'm not really sure, but 554 being that your internal feelings, that internal chaos. 4 being the structure. It was kind of in the reverse. Again, it points right back to the energies we were just referring to. You bringing some organization to your feelings with the number 4 energy. So you're gonna have to tame your, is that my puppy? You're gonna have to tame your thoughts so that you can create whatever story that you like, because it was in the reverse. But we're gonna pull that and read that in a minute. Hold on. Because I want to also give a lesson. I like to teach as well as the message. I like to deliver a message, but also more than anything, I like to teach. But you know, I don't be necessarily knowing what to teach. That's that lack of structure in my own stuff. You know, just keeping it real. Okay, that mug popped out. Y'all seen it? Stuck. It ain't trying to be stuck no more. You seen how that jumped out? I don't know if y'all caught that. But stuck, again, 5, 6, 5 energy, your feelings, your emotions, the way you feel, finding balance to these things. 6 being androgynous. So you neutralizing these thoughts with your feelings, calm your spirit down, calm your masculine energies down, nurturing them. Number 6 being, you know, Virgo type nurturing energies. So you can unstick yourself. In fact, the energies don't even see why they stuck. Being stuck at this point to your internal self, your number 2 energies don't even make fucking sense, and you know that. So it's like the external world, your environment, your thoughts and the tools around you and the structures around you, them not aligning with what you know that you deserve, what you know that you are creating, don't make sense. And that's going to further help you unstick yourself, because the spirits, the energies don't even align with the incongruence or the unfairness or the inconjunctions of what's going on. It's like, it's all you got to do is put a little effort in it and fight against whatever, not even fight, but just allow the lesson to be learned without a fight, though. Without a fight. That's the thing. We got balance on the bottom of the deck. Remind me of the number 8 energy. 4 and 4 is 8. Hey, that's some good energy right there. That's balance. Because 8, we're in the number 8 year, and that was the cyclic flow. That was like the cycle, along with your story, your generational cycles, you being able to bring some type of balance and switch things up the way you want, because this is a magical year. 4 being 8, your thoughts coming together, finding balance with your thoughts. It's going to create some type of magical flow, and I don't want to put too much woo-woo on it, like being something magical, but it is. Shit, you breathe it at the moment. It's magical, but we like to downgrade ourselves. To be honest, I learned that we need to teach people stuff we already know, because you'd be surprised the things you think may be common sense. A lot of people, that's right, because I be saying to myself, well, I want to talk about this is like nothing, but I got to remember, I may look at it like that because I'm me and I already know. Other people may not, may be glad to hear the information. So you right, that is the energy. That's real shit what you just said. That's something actually that I be having to tell myself. What I look at as normal, or because I'm me, I got my own perceptions, and what you know and what I know could be exactly the same. But if you hear it from me, or vice versa, if I heard the same thing that I know from you, it would hit different, because you're giving me a more expanded view of what I know, but now I can know it even more type shit. And then that turns into something else. That's that number 4 energy. That's that number 4. 2 being what we're relating to. Like this is the energy, what you just said. 2 being what we're relating to. 3 being the environment and being able to express what you're relating to. Anyway, in that flunked out ass environment. And now you can have a different idea, or somebody else can have a different idea. You can get more information off of that. But anyway, where was I at? Root chakra. Let's pull up the root chakra, number 7. Make sure that damn chapstick don't cake up on my lips. Okay, number 2. Where was I at? Number 7, root chakra. Okay. In my passion, this is the quote, I realize my right to be here from this. To be here and from this. I recognize the creative seed that is who I am. That's okay. That's your internal abilities. Like, and I don't want to keep saying internal, because that ain't, I'm not even really pointing to the internal like that. No, I am, but I'm like pointing to the gifts that you came here with, that you have begun to build upon and be aware of, because you are aware of your internal abilities and the things that you can create and make something externally to that. You recognize the seed of that with the 7th chakra, with that 7 energy. 7 is a masculine number too. So, but again, it feels like this is the masculine energy of 7, that being a brand new experience. And that may be the brand new experience. You realizing, like you just said, Sonny, that your common sense, or the things you already know, my bad, you're realizing that is what makes you creative. What did that girl say yesterday? I was listening to, damn, she was on point. What the fuck she said? She was just, I can't remember the quote to quote her, but she was just saying, your creative abilities and your talents and your gifts, and you just being you, period, is she was referring to the Bible, how David and Goliath fought, and David hit Goliath with a little bit ass rock, and she don't see how that little rock knocked him out, but it's because of all the it was the power behind the rocks, and your power is within your creative ideas and the things that you can create, your talents, your gifts, what you came here to express. So anyway, let me read the root chakra. Your root chakra is your connection to the earth, and from this place the energy is of physicality is taken in, right? Because in that inward 5 space, that's how you create the external. Remember the roots, the internal, the multiple creates that one. As a powerful force, I just skipped something though. This is the fuel that mobilizes manifestation, passions, physical healing, and the feel-good sensation that washes throughout your body, making you feel alive, because the root chakra is where the blood comes from, and it pumps blood throughout the entire vessel. Well, not necessarily like specifically, but from this perspective, the blood is being pumped throughout the entire vessel, and that's how the tree even evolves into it being something in the external world, something that is being expressed, something that's like physical at this point. All things come from within. So do not downgrade your internal ability, the abilities that you know that you have, the things that make you different, but also makes you think possibly that it's weird. Those weird things are like your gemstones. That's like a part of you that you can build and create something, because it don't have to be weird. And then you don't even know. It's just like me having thoughts that I've never spoken. Then when I speak them out loud, it changes the whole dynamic of that thought, because now I have a even more awareness of it, because I've done that. Had thoughts for years, and then finally one day I spoke it out, and it's like, oh, now I even get that thought that I didn't even understand at first, just by me speaking it out loud, not even to somebody else. I have a more awareness of what it is I was even, my internal world is on, like. So okay, as a powerful force which through history has been much maligned, feared, or craved, it is not hard to see the many lessons, square energy, that reside in your experience of this chakra. Is as dynamic energy movers with a strong earth connection of innocence. Animals are often attracted to empath, the sense of gentleness and inner loving nature. This is long as hell. It's too long. It's 3 hell no. We're not doing all. We get it, bitch. We get it. But we're gonna read some of 54, which is stuck. I mean, no, 54, which is your story. We're tying these things together. All right. Each page that I write, this is the quote, each page that I write of my experience will be one of wonder and in the knowing that I will the pen, right? You can create the story. This was in the reverse. 5 and 4 equals 9, which is completion. 5 being that internal, your internal feelings, and you bringing them to your masculine energy 4, so that you can actually like, after you have expressed it though, you have feelings of, okay, let me just read the shit before I get lost. But it was in the reverse. Because I'm trying to remember what I had just said about it. But hopefully I remember. Each page, okay, beliefs, wounds, others' projections, and overall feelings of negativity can all lead you into a story that you can't seem to escape. A story that don't fucking make sense. Like, these things don't necessarily make sense, and that's unfair, because once you have your internals, well, it's not necessarily unfair. It seems unfair, but it takes time for, look at those 2 butterflies, y'all. Oh my God, y'all got to see this shit. I don't even know if y'all can see it. Can y'all see these butterflies? They just playing. Can y'all see them? Y'all probably, I'm showing y'all some shit. Y'all probably can't even see the shit. But anyway, 2 yellow butterflies, like they're playing with one another. But anyway, 54 being your story. Where was I at? Hold on. When you give into these energetic experiences, the story is given life, and you become the character that is trapped in the pages. A myriad of labels that you search out in a need to understand yourself can quickly become your truth as you give into the energetic meaning that others have placed into them. Right. Hold on, let me see. That you search out in a need to understand yourself. That too energy. Right, so that's the experience that you're in as far as the cycle of your life. Don't fuck around and start I identifying with aspects of your creation previously that you're still sitting in at the moment, and look at those aspects as if that this is who I am from a feeling space, because you may not even logically consciously think that. But sometimes when you're in, say you're in a depressive space, or in a dirty house, or a ratchet ass ghetto party, your feelings is going to, like, you're gonna identify yourself with these things subconsciously. And it's saying that you can get trapped in that, which I'm reading this how I want to read it. It's not saying that, but this was in the reverse, and the parts that I pulled that's referencing this energy was frictional and, shout out as hell. So don't identify yourself with your current situation necessarily. You see past that. You ain't got to see past that. Just sit in the moment, knowing that you can create whatever you want with what you got at the moment. You are not a label. You are not your wounds and or others' projections. Oh, hold on. You are not a label. You are not your wounds. And others' projections are their experience, the way they see you. Whatever they try to project on you and tell you that how they see you, that don't mean that that's who you are. Even if a person straight up tell you that whatever they tell you, you ain't shit and bitch, you know this, and you can know that these things are somewhat true. You transmute even that energy into something that's a learning experience, a learning lesson, something that you can understand, because you got this good two energy, this good relating energy, this good understanding from the feeling space, but don't distort it with your thoughts, taking it too far. No, you bring some calibration to it so that you can work with what the information that you got delivered to you, whether it be ugly or pretty. You take that information and you fix it how you want to, and then whatever they say, it can be true. But guess what? The way I use it though is fire. You could have thought that shit was ugly previously, not you, but whoever's judging or whatever external influences is giving you this projection of yourself. They could have projected to you in an ugly way, but you can take that same projection or those same truths and use them to your benefit, so that you can create what you want to create, and your story be your story, not somebody tell people about what they thought of you. No, you actually having a legacy with some type of actual proof of that legacy though. You actually got something to stand on, Capricorn moon. You actually got something to show for it, so that a person can talk all the fuck they want. But at the end of the day, when they see the results and they actually look at the vessel itself and what that vessel has created, they can't do nothing but talk. They can't do nothing but talk they shit. Talk whatever you want, bitch. It ain't true. Not to me. And even if it's true to you, I don't give a damn. Like, you stay in your own individual space, especially when it comes to how you look at yourself and your environment and your experience and what you're creating. Don't let nobody else or any other outside influences taint what you are already supposed to know for yourself, or what you are creating from the internal. Because sometimes we got to build up our thoughts and our feelings and make our mind shift and transmute how we want to. But that's the process. Then that's the energy though. So what else? Anchoring to the story limits you in your ability to experience whatever awaits. When you're anchoring to that story or that generational curse or cycle or previous examples for you that have been set for you to follow, if you anchor yourself to that instead of you creating your own new experience and you being a brand new example, then you won't be able to use the energies of all possibilities. You'll be stuck. And you don't even want to be stuck. The way this stuck card came out, you don't even fucking want to be stuck. So it's like all you need is somebody to like let you know, validate that you don't have to like continue with the previous story that was given to you. That's not the point. That would be you actually going against God, for real. God is not trying to do the same fucking shit over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. We've been doing this for like eons. So at some point, switch the dynamic. And since you're in this physical vessel, you don't even have to too tough worry about all of the accumulation spiritually that you may have to, and not use per se, but as a spirit, we can look at our examples before us, our footsteps in the sand, and if we were to look at it from a spiritual eye, it'd be like, damn, we got eons of work to do. Not you necessarily, but sometimes people can have that. Even when it breaks down into certain categories of yourself, you may look at it like that. But since you're in a physical body, knowing that you only have this lifetime in this experience, you don't have to look at it like it could be eons. And not only that, there's no time in the internal. Those eons could be corrected in a moment, for real. And so either way it go, don't look at your actual experience at the moment as a root chakra shit. No, we're not. We're transmuting even the root, the core You can change that based on your perception. It is what it is, but also the way I choose to look at it will transmute that energy so that I can continue on about that cycle in my own original individual type of way, though, so that you won't be creating the same fruit. You create brand new ass fruit. Like, you got a brand new story that a person or later on won't have no choice but to point to you, to that story that you created as a legacy, because it's some shit they never heard before. It was for God, and God being all possibilities not being something that's continually the same cycle. No, that's hell, that's jail, that's being stuck, that's being locked up. Here I become what others need me to be, losing myself. Oh, have I become what others need me to be, or how others have saw you, or what others have projected onto you, or what others may expect from you? Have you become that and incorporated that as your actual character? That's an internal friction. Sometimes we have these internal uncomfortabilities, and those be the types of things that are causing them. You going against your spiritual will, your actual will, but not knowing that, because you're not even knowing what your actual will is, based on other people embedding and pushing into your mind and your spirit that this is what it's about, this is what you should do, this is how we do life. When no, bitch, you follow me, I ain't following nobody no more. Like, anyway, am I allowing myself to write new chapters in the discovery of who I am? Am I too afraid to jump off the page and continue on with my life and break free of the story? Like, yeah, bitch, you don't have to. And the card came in the reverse. I didn't know that this was going to read it. I didn't know this was going to read like this in the upright. So in the reverse, you understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Because it being in the reverse, it's just like saying, I know that I may have become what others expected of me. And I know that. And if you know that, then you know that's a separation right there from that, because you know that that's not you. You have realized and came to that conclusion. You know that you were allowed. No, let me say this. In the reverse, I am too afraid means that I leap. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to jump off the page and continue on with my life and break free of the story. So you pretty much already know that. And if you don't, you know it now, because I'm telling you that. And if you don't believe it, you still have this going to be stuck in your subconscious. Yeah. My throat chakra is strong. It's going to be stuck in your subconscious, whether you like it or not. So you better, I ain't going to say that. Let me not put that type of witchcraft. If you don't like what I'm talking about, get your ass on. So, let's see. What else we finna talk about? I'm finna pull one of two things. I'm either finna pull out the black deck or some more numerology cards. I think I'm gonna pull out this black deck and possibly pull out more numerology cards in a moment. Let me look at the transits real quick again. Hold on. See if we can get a message from that. So we have the sun trining the moon. Okay, so that's the reason why it's a learning experience, because your sun and moon, your emotions and your actions, even though your actions or masculine energies may be semi-flunked, your emotions is working with that. Your feminine energies are working with your actions and your expression. Your subconscious mind is trying to align with how things need to be. We're not trying. Your actions are trying to align with what your subconscious mind knows, for real. That way. The sun is squaring with that Jupiter. Uh-oh, shit. Jupiter is your experiences, your meanings, like how you come up with, how you, after you experience certain things, what you got from that. So what that was, your expression is squaring that. Right. That's basically what this shit said, for real. Well, what I just got through saying. Because, anyway. All right, let me see. Let me pull some more. Yes, the things okay. The things you're most insecure about are literally the things that you're most aligned with, right? Because it's the things that you've worked on the most and are the most beautiful parts of you, right? Real shit. You already know what's up. That's what I'm saying. That's why the story came out in the reverse, because the story, you already know that this is not the point. Let me create my own fucking point. That's what's up. See, I like that people already know what's up, because then that's going to allow the message, me as the messenger, to evolve in how I deliver the message. And it's going to be a process, because I'm kind of like just now starting doing this. So but throughout the process, I know the whole way the message is delivered and what it's directed on is going to morph based on the people that's watching me already being on a certain level, and that helps me to evolve because we're doing that together. That's cool. I like that. So all right, let's pull from this dark deck, this internal world deck. I got to give me some more decks, y'all. Okay, one more shuffle. They shuffling real clean, smooth. All right, now let's get about 3 cards out of here. Okay. I ain't never got this card. I ain't never even seen this card before. The Lover. I may have seen it before, but it has been at least a year or two. The Lover. That's Gemini energy, 3rd house energy. The environment energy, even though this is talking about something else, but just the signature of it. The Dove. Okay. What's this talking about? This came out in the reverse, the Village. Okay, let's see. One more. What's the message, Spirit? Should I pull this one? Yeah, I'll pull it. The Poet. I don't know which way it came out, but it came to the screen in this position. Appreciate you, Misa. Misa say you be spot on in my book, which I'm grateful for. I appreciate you because that lets me know I don't have to feel like, girl, what are you doing? Because at least somebody get it. Okay. So we're going to read the Lover. Let's read the Lover. Where you at, Lover? Lover is Venus energy. Libra in Venus right now, so that's already giving me this. It came out in the upright. That's giving me good energy, good vibes. The Lover. Let me see. Where you at? Okay, it's a self, and I kind of felt that. I kind of felt that the Lover would be a part of the self, because in order for you to even think that you're finna get the type of love that you think you deserve, you got to know what you deserve, and in order to do that, you got to love yourself. The number is 17. 1, the individual. 7 being that brand new experience. The individual being in that brand new experience, or it could be that self-love. You learning how to love or feel differently about whatever you experience can create a whole new individual experience in itself. You learning how to love things properly. Okay, now 95 is the page number, 9 being the end of the cycle, and 5 being the feelings. So it's like however you felt previously, that being something that is about to be different, about to be in that 5 space, okay, let me just read it. Let's just read it before I go too far, because the 9 is before the 5. Hold on, what page is it? 95? Or is this? Page 95. Okay. Pulsing through the heart of the Lover is gratitude. The Lover appreciates and experiences the world through the senses. Right. That number 2 energy. Not necessarily the physicalities of it. It's about that inward understanding and love and feelings and shit. The Lover appreciates this. Okay. Revealing in beauty. Is that revealing? No. What's that word? That's reveling? Yeah, I think that's reveling. What that mean? Reveling, which they like just basking in. I think that's something like that. Basking in beauty, song, art, music. Since all things that come from the internal, all things that is something that you create, that's what the Lover actually looks at as significant and has a gratitude for and love for. That's that number 2. That's your feminine energy. And your masculine energy needing to come on in, bitch. Come on in and do what you need to do. Let me see some results. But that's you though. Actually, you like doing something with it. Not just singing in the shower. Sometimes you even close your throat chakra out and forget that you can sing and won't even do that. But every little bit counts. Even if you do just start doing something, it's very, very minute with the intention of this being a seed that you're planting, because I'm going to routinely, Virgo sun, routinely add water to this by expressing it more and more until it turns into something else. Now I can sing in front of somebody, or maybe now I actually sit down and write a song. Let those things grow, because that, how else you think it's going to progress? How else do you think this, whatever you have from the internal that can be expressed and created from the internal externally, how do you think that's going to progress into be something, a big beautiful flower or tree, unless you take it piece by piece, little by little, and don't downgrade anything? You do what you do and love it. You love beautiful music and you know how to make music, create music and love it, even if it's not as to your liking yet, but you know what you are capable of, or you don't know what you're capable of, but you know that you're capable of doing shit, so you're capable of trying. This energy awakens at the tip of our tongue when we taste the sweetness of honey, kiss a lover, or speak gentle words. So this is for inner fulfillment. This is something that nobody can give you. This is a different type of experience, loving experience. Ooh. My bad, y'all. Something wrong with my car and it scared me. Okay, been writing music for 2 days straight. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, Sonny. Yep, means just kind of sitting in. Okay. This energy awakens at the tip of our tongue when we taste the sweetness of honey, kiss a lover, or speak gentle words to a child. The lover lingers in foreplay. Because with foreplay, you're playing, and the pleasure of that sensation is even more fulfilling than the actual nut. Is even more fulfilling than the actual penetration sometimes, because it's like a plaything. It's like getting to that. You got to build that up so that, you know what I'm saying? You just don't look at the dick and sometimes you can, but it's still a build up though. It's like still having to put little increments in so that you can add to the whole pot. Like, God wants you to do that shit. The lover lingers, okay. Aroused not by the getting there, but by the slow merging of self and others. This energy is usually experienced for short periods of time. And remember, there's no time in the eternal. You doing these short little small things, you are creating long-term, you're creating things in the external when they play out. As far as time is concerned, you're creating material time. When I say material time, I'm saying like 5 minutes that you're listening to your song. After you have put so much love and effort in it, now you actually can experience it in real time by listening to it for 5 minutes and 32 seconds, and everybody having that same experience, and then that creating another experience that can play out in a physical situation, which will be more time. It's like those increments are very, that internal time that you spend creates this whole experience that we call our life journey and the next cycle. And we can go back to me. I can go back and I have went back and corrected certain things that maybe even happened before this lifetime to certain degrees. Don't ask me how right now. We're not on that topic. But anyway, this energy is usually experienced for short periods of time. In order to feel it, we must be fully present and awake with no expectations or rules about what should be. Rather, the lover is in awe of what the world presents, right? Reveling in the glorious details. You won't even be privy to that if you don't know how to calm your spirit down and just, have some patience. Like, for instance, I don't even want to use that example because me getting on live and shit is new. So sometimes I'll be like, let me hurry up and get about this shit. But I caught myself doing that during this reading. I'm like, just calm your spirit down, shut the hell up inside, and just, you know what I'm saying? Just don't think about time right now, and just deliver the message so that it can be from a heart space, so that it can be some genuine shit instead of it in the background, back of your mind. You're like, damn, what time is it? I gotta do this. I need to go. No, you sit in that emotion so that your thoughts can align with them, because the thoughts is the part in this reading that was flunked out. The thoughts was the part that needed to find some type of way to work with that feminine energy. Rather, the lover isn't all okay. Reveling in the glorious details, grateful to savor every last drop of life's offering. Details is a Virgo energy. We already know that Virgo is a physical energy. So, but the opposite of Virgo is Pisces. This is an alignment. This would be Virgo being in alignment, like Virgo energy, being able to look at the details or feel the details of each moment, not having to necessarily touch or see something or externally experience something. This energy is able to take advantage of the small minute details of even their feelings and use those small increments of time or the small moments of creations and internally respect it, because that's a detail that you accomplish, and it needs to be what's the word I'm looking for? It needs to be respected and reverenced. That's the word I'm looking for. Grateful to savor every last drop of its life's offering, because internal, external, your internal creates your physical. Whatever you think about, that's going to help your body to stay in some type of physical alignment. Just like if you worry too much, you're gonna be stressed out, gray hair, headaches. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, pay attention to those details, not the details that you wondered. I wonder what he meant when he said that. I wonder, is it gonna rain tomorrow? Because no, don't worry about that shit right now. In the light, which it was in the light, it's connection, expansion, and devotion and awe. Okay. Poet, we're going to read, what was next? No, the village was next. And the village was kind of like in the reverse. The village giving me environment vibes, that number 3 vibes, it being in the reverse. The community. 3 being a androgynous energy though. So you should be able to morph an androgynous energy, however you like it. And that means, so what I mean by that is whatever your environment is, perceive it how you want, because it's an androgynous energy. Perceive it, play with that. You might see a roach crawling on a damn you might see a roach crawling in your mind. Don't be like, damn, some trifling shit. Now realize that roach probably is a synchronicity or energy signature to some other shit from the internal make that be androgynous. Don't even look at the roach like it's a bad thing. Just figure out what that is for you inside. Transmute that inside, and now you think about it differently. What you're perceiving is differently, and your actions towards that thing is going to be different too. You'll have more aligned ideas on how you need to deal with that roach on the wall. You know what I'm saying? You might be like, you know what, I'm finna get rid of these roaches because it's reflecting to me some type of chaos. Because for real, what you see from the external ain't nothing but what you already created from the internal. I look at life like that, and it has not failed me yet. Okay. The poet. Where you at, poet? The poet. No, my bad. The village. My bad. The village should be places. Number 41 is the number. 4 being that structure, that thought, the ideas that you have. 1 being individual. You being able to direct that shit. 4 and 1 equals 5. The chaos, bringing chaos, organizing the chaos based on your own individuality, how the hell you want to do it. So the environment being something that is not necessarily, it is a reflection of you though, so I can't say that, but the environment being something that can shape shift based on that, what I just said, your thoughts about it. The individual thought, 4-1, the individual thought, that being something that you can shape shift just based off of that. The page number is 145. Again, individual thought in 5, which is the chaos, the feelings about it. So let's just read it. 145. However you are perceiving your environment, it's going to have a big, it's going to alter or can be used as a tool however you want to shape whatever you're experiencing based on the thought. I mean, hell, I ain't got to keep saying that shit. And this was in the reverse. So let's see. The village presents, let me hold it up. The village presents us with a conundrum. So on one hand, it's the place that feels, what number was this again? Hold on, I want to see. I just got to see what it was. 41, so that's 5. Okay. And that's that chaos. So there will be conundrums when you come to that multiple energy of feminine, especially in the 5, because 5 has built up and now it has to have some organization, and it can only organize itself. Nothing externally from the 5 can come in and organize nothing. So you can't look at the external or somebody else's situation and be like, this is how I need to feel. How you gonna feel? First, you don't even know how somebody feel. Even if you did know and understood, which is impossible, how can you make yourself feel like that except for, you know what I'm saying? So this is something that it has to organize itself, because it has, anyway. So, because I was gonna say 5 feminine is multiple, so you got everything that you need to work with. All of your feminine energies, for the most part, as far as that 2 energy, is kind of aligned. I'm quite sure some feminine energies or emotions internally that may not quite be where they need to be, but these things also will be led by the masculine energy, your thoughts, once you get some of these emotions in order to attract what it is that how you want to think. Change that thought. That's how you change it. Transmute that thought. You look at what you're seeing, you perceive it differently. I'm sorry, I keep saying the same shit over and over again. Okay. On the other hand, it's the very place you must leave in order to grow. Right. Around the village, an unspoken boundary exists. One most villagers do not want you to cross. Though some support your leaving, still you hear whispers of doubts as you venture beyond its borders, leaving them behind. The energy of the village is present anytime we feel restricted by a certain group, community, family, place, or ideology. This is the individuals or energies around you that expect something out of you. They expect for you to fall in line. They expect for you to do whatever you've been fucking doing and whatever they told you that you should do based off of the genealogy or your heritage or your background, your family tree and shit. They expect for you to do that shit. And that's the conundrum right there. So your feelings is going to fight against what the external expects and thinks that you should do. But this message basically is telling you, fuck all that. You do what you know is right so that you can stand in a level of integrity and genuinity, and the external world will understand eventually. Don't worry about it right now. They will get the picture, and if they don't, they still going to be the ones that would never be able to tell you what it is you need to know. And you'll be able to look at the situation and be like, thank God I didn't listen to that shit, because I would never. Actually, now that I've truly understood where I'm at and who I am and what I want, that could never please me. Even if I had to did everything by the book, as far as whatever that is, going to school, being a lawyer, whatever the fuck, tech, whatever, you'll realize, or may have already realized, that ain't even something that I could ever find any type of fulfillment in anyway. Though some support your, okay, where am I? It may have served us in the past, yet staying within its parameters will never satiate our thirst for life. Thank the village for all it has provided. Right. Be grateful. Don't look at it and resent it, because you can resent these individuals, these experiences, and see how they have created or shaped certain situations that you have to now deal with that are not in alignment. But at the same time, you still point the finger back at you and know that it's a lesson. Square energy is something that is needed in order for you to progress into what you need to know. This is life. This is actually Earth. It's not supposed to be perfect. These things happen. Everything is in reverse. Whatever is bad actually is for your best interest in the long run, as far as your wisdom is concerned, and your knowing and your expansion is concerned, your meanings and reasonings. That this Jupiter energy, that Jupiter came out at some point. Oh, I was looking at Jupiter was aspecting, I can't remember right now. Thank the village for all it has provided, knowing that someday you will return. But for now, the world awaits. Exactly what I just said. Okay, now the poet, let's read that one. And I think we're going to dip after that. What this? Okay. I thought somebody said, okay. Y'all on point. The poet, where we at? The poet. My bad. I'm trying not to be on the defensive, but I be knowing it be, you know. It's let me leave that to myself. The poet. So the poet probably, yes, it's a part of the self. 7 energy. It's the number 7. The poet is number 7. 7 being that brand new experience. You know what I'm saying? The third number one, masculine energy, but it also still gives me Pisces energy based off it being something brand new that you're not privy, you're not fully understanding the new world you just jumped into. You're not fully knowing what's you're finna do. Like, this is brand new type shit. The poet. This just like you getting ready to write a poem. You don't know what you're gonna say until you write it down. That's 7 energy. Okay, 75 being a page number and 5 being the chaos. So, or the emotions, the feelings. I look at 5 as feelings, 5 feelings. So the number 7, it being something brand new and it provoking emotions. Like if you wrote a poem based off your 7 energy, not knowing what you finna do, how it's finna sound, you wrote it and it actually evoking emotions. And when somebody emotions are evoked, it's better than you looking pretty and you saying, hi. No, what's gonna make me remember you is based off of the emotions that you provoke inside of me. And the poet was in the upright for the most part. I remember when it came out, I wasn't sure, but I pointed it to the camera in the upright, so we're going with that. So it was 75, yeah, page 75. The poet's work is to feel immensely, and not be afraid. Right. Don't worry about like when this emotion, like, because I keep saying this a certain way and I mean it even broader than what I'm saying. Don't worry necessarily about like expressing these feelings, and what I'm really saying is expressing your individuality, bringing these things into light, saying things for the first time. And that's why I say do these things in small increments alone for a minute, or if you've already done these things alone, do them in smaller increments in a more expressive way. If you don't have friends that you can share these things with, or maybe even if you're a Gemini like me and got the type of energy I got, I don't necessarily care about a person's, I do, let me not say that, but certain close people to me, I may just do something that I know they may not necessarily like, not like to fuck with them, but may present a creative idea to them just to see. Well, see, that go deeper than the reading though, because I be doing that to see where we stand at as friends, what kind of mindset you got, how much can we relate to one another, and can I even share these things with you? But that's a whole nother story. But anyway, where was I at? Okay. They must seek out truth in the darkest corners of the world and carry it back for all to see. Basically, that's just saying you taking these, you going inside of yourself, your thoughts. Let me come up with an idea to write on this paper, and you expressing it on the paper, writing it out, and making it be something in the world. So you go into yourself in the darkest corners. And remember, we had that square energy. Where is that? Damn, I know I ain't put it back. I must have did. Here you go. We had that square energy, that cardinal energy. It trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to square the circle, but like no, before it is the circle, it's the square from this perspective because it's already number 4. So anyway, I'm mixing 2 different energies. So hold on. This unique capacity resides within us all, regardless of what you thought. But that ain't what it say. Regardless of our relationship to creativity, regardless of you knowing what you're capable of yet, how will you know unless you try? And we have a lot of trying energy. Well, no, we don't. We got a lot of trying energies in the sky though. But yeah, you taking these things of value, you valuing yourself and just experimenting with yourself. Because I know for me, it'd be weird. I have been in a space to where it's like I too shy to express something in a room all by myself. Like, what the fuck? Now you take that right there. If you have those types of mechanisms in yourself and think about that and do that make sense? No, it don't. So that in itself will bring logic to your emotions, and now you can transmute that emotion and start to build off of that. This unique capacity resides within all of us, regardless of our relationship with creativity. When the poet energy is present, there is a call for deep honesty and reflection, like I just said. Does that make sense that I'm shy to do something in a room all alone? The honest truth of it is, hell no, that don't even make sense. And that honesty, honesty and reflections will be able to give you that correspondence of this 2, which you already know though. the reflections, which is the relatability. You'll be able to see it as a reflection, and now allow your masculine thoughts to lead you based off of what you internally know. Okay, the poet rides effortless. Foreseeing the big picture within the little one. Right. There's a need of deep honesty and reflection, foreseeing the big picture within the small one, those small increments, those ideas that's just a particle in the mind at the moment. Make them be something in the actual world. The poet rides effortlessly between the personal and universal. Right. Don't necessarily give a damn about what anybody thinks, because you're just another individual in the world. What fuck does it matter what one person or even a group of people think, when there's millions of other people who also have other people thinking certain ways about them? Like, at some point, who gives a damn? This is the whole universe. You can't expect from anybody to align with what everybody else is doing. That would be demonic in nature. So you need to understand that my personal experiences, like, I shouldn't be afraid of the universe or the audience, because, like, what else is there to do in this world? It's possible that others may not seem to listen or care about the poet's work, but do not be discouraged. Exactly. That's why I was saying about maybe you don't have anybody to externally present these things to, because your friends or whatnot may not be receptive to them. But I would express them to them anyway, just so I can see where we stand at, and so that I can know how far to take you next time, and so that I can get the experience of even expressing it. Me getting the experience of being shot down or lifted up by somebody. That is important. Not good or bad, whether they don't like it or not, whether they may hurt your feelings on the surface or not. The experience of it is making you have tougher skin where it's needed, so that you won't have these unnecessary fears. They're not necessary. The poet's work, but hold on. Where am I at? It's possible that others may not. Okay. The words of the poet ring true for centuries to come. That's what we were just saying. The truth is what the legacy is. If you operate out of your truth, you're going to create something that's so genuine and so individual that nobody will have a choice but to reference it and be like, yeah, she did that. Who did that? Oh, she did that, because nobody can do it but you, type shit. As far as your work, that's the legacy. The words of the truth. Okay, hold on. Soothing the wounds of despair and violence that captivate our world. Soothing the wounds of even your previous generational cycles or curses. You being able to create. That's why I say I have corrected certain things that was in my past life, and even past people, relatives that is energetically and from a spiritual perspective connected to my vessel and my aspects that I have of myself. I've corrected certain previous timelines based off of my actions that I take now in boldness and in truth and in genuinity, and me expressing and breaking those bonds within myself. By default, it creates a ripple effect from every area. It ain't no first, last, and it ain't none of that. It's from every area, from your future, your present, and your past, and what's on your left and your right, and calico, in all those directions. All things begin to have a shift in shape shift and correction, or be fractured. But we're not on that end of the spectrum. We're on the end of the spectrum of understanding what the fuck we doing, so that we can do it with some type of, not just integrity, but with some type of flow, some type of order that nobody ain't got to understand. All you need to do is look at the product and see what I created out of it, bitch. Don't worry about, like, you figure that out for yourself, and let me figure that shit out for myself. Okay. The poet's work is never finished. So find your voice and trust that the wind will carry it. Right. The poet's work is never finished, because there's unlimited amount of things that you can create from the internal. You're a universe within yourself, your whole vortex, your whole atmosphere. So, like, if you're that, then and you live within that, there's all kind of infinite possibilities. That's why we live in the space of all possibilities. Actually, we don't live in, you don't have to look at it like you're living in bounded, you're in hell. Actually, I'm in the space of all possibilities. I'm with God. Now, is that the last one? Yeah, that was the last one. I think we're going to stop it right there. Y'all want to pull 3 more? Let's go. What she say? Don't cut yourself off, Miss Jackie. Thank you. I do that. I got Chiron and Gemini. And based off of what I was just reading about not being able to express to external people or expressing it anyway and to be shot down, I'd be low-key expecting that shit to not be relevant when it comes to anybody in the world. And that's a shadow aspect of myself that I'm working on too. That's why this is the message. Just like you just said, a lot of the things that I deal with, that's the only, for the most part, the message that I have to deliver. And it be seeming insignificant to me because I already know it, but it's like, no. Keep speaking and don't hold back. What needs to be said is trying to come out in its intensity. You said so yourself. I know. But you already know the vibes. What I'm talking about is what I deal with. And that's the reason why it can come out so genuine, because it's my truth, actually. And my truth is relevant to others because we all are a vessel in this experience that's similar. So let me, I'm going to pull 3 more little cards. 3 more of these, and we're going to dip. I ain't even looked at the clock. I don't even know how many people in here, because I always cover up the top of my screen that tells me the time and how many people are in here, based on me having to work past my insecurities and my vulnerabilities and things, me making it work, and at some point I won't have to do that. And that goes the same way with whatever things that you're, same thing. I don't want, should I pull these? Okay, we'll pull them. I don't want them. But it was the square that was, I don't want it though. I don't want that. I want them to come out right. All right, we're going to go with this one. 1, the individual. Okay. And it's not harmonious. The way it came out is not harmonious. It's just not. It looks like inhibited. But I shouldn't have made that face because, like I said, we're just trying to see what we're dealing with so that we can know. Okay. 0 came out. And it came out in its harmonious place. And it's in order. 0, 1, 1, 0, 1 more. That's completion. 10. Oh, okay. 8 came out harmonious as hell. So it's all up to the individual then. Everything is in alignment because it points. Sometimes the people listening are the only ones that need to hear, right? And it points back to what we were just talking about in the chat about expressing it anyway. Just spit it out, say it, because it's not like nothing else is not harmonious with it. These energies are harmonious. So the individual, let me see real quick what the book say, because I don't know if this is inhibited or exaggerated. I'm not sure. Let me see. I never got this card before either. So this is inhibited. And I kind of figured that based off of what we were just talking about. The 1 feels directionless and torn apart. Forces drag on it. In the small circle below, you see how the 1 is full of doubt and seeks the right way. What you mean it seeks the right way? Okay, it seeks the right way, which is the righteous way, instead of the left way, which would be like somewhat of the left brain is masculine, but the left, everybody wants to be righteous. So I always want to see the opposite end of that, and left would be what they, as far as like biblically speaking or church, that would kind of be pointing to hell. Like it would be like down. So you want to take the righteous path, want to be righteous with it, and that's not the way. You need to go into the internal. And okay, because see, all the arrows are going right. Let's have some, you know what I'm saying? They're going, that one going right, that one going left though. Oh, I see what's going on. I wish y'all could see how I'm seeing it. Look at the arrows. Follow the arrows real quick. You see how the arrow, it looks like everything is going right. Follow the dots. And it's like, that's confusion. I just want to see what the solution 1 looks like. The solution 1, okay. So in the solution 1, it's circled. The centerpiece is, you can't really see it right here, but the centerpiece, instead of it being like that, it's like an orbit around the centerpiece. But instead, in the inhibited space, the centerpiece is not centered. And that makes, okay, the centerpiece, which would be that individual, or that internal self, is not centered. and it's not allowing the flow. Or let me say it in the reverse, that centerpiece being the one, the individual, the masculine energy, is not centered and not allowing that feminine energy to flow, because the orbit would be the feminine energy, and it would be, the orbit would be what is around that masculine energy. But with this, the masculine energy is not allowing that feminine energy to flow right, because the masculine is the expression part. No matter if the feminine energy has internal direction, once it's expressed externally, it doesn't have any type of correct flow though. But we got these cards here that came out in its solution space. 0 being that void. Both of these are feminine energy. So it's really pointing to your masculine energies, the ones that's being kind of flunked out. It keeps saying that. It's the external, it's the expression, it's the physicality. The internal understands. The internal has all kind of magical gifts and things to offer that masculine, but the feminine is not supposed to be giving the masculine nothing. The masculine is supposed to be having something so that it can be supported, but it ain't nothing for this to. Let me read it. I don't feel like it's anywhere that this feminine energy can, it's like all of that good internal calibration don't necessarily have a output right now based on the inhibited thoughts and the environment not necessarily looking like it is aligned, or you could be embarrassed based off of the things around you that you would have to by default present that internal to. So that's when you push past that and choke it up, swallow it, take that pill of rejection that you may and probably won't even experience from the external. Either way it goes, that's going to make that left brain, that masculine energy, have some type of understanding about that emotion and what it emitted. Once that emotion is expressed, the feeling that you got from that will give the masculine energy some type of come on baby, let's go and get this shit together type energy. You know what I'm saying? How you would pamper your man, you would uplift your man. That emotional feeling will give your thoughts reason to know this is worth it, this is something that's worthy, because of how it made me feel and the alignment that it put me in. Your feelings are on point. Let me see, I'm finna read the chat in just a minute. Okay, so 0, we're gonna read that 0. We already know what the 0 is. The solution, we already really read it for real. The solution of the 0 depicts the wheel of eternal life that is enclosed by the serpent Ouroboros in a harmonic and loving way. The wheel of life, or wheel of fortune, and the serpent Ouroboros represent perfection. And perfection is Virgo, but Virgo not knowing that you can't be perfect. So you can be perfect from the internal space though. That opposite being Pisces. The absolute being, which means an all connectedness, as can be seen in the smaller image of the tetratrites, whatever. The immanent and the transcendent are connected, 4 equaling 0. What that mean? I don't know what they mean by that. I get what they're saying, but I don't know logically what they mean. But this is the 0 space. You need to feel what they mean. So it's like 4. Let me not say that because that don't really make sense. The following table summarizes the cards and the catchwords. What? Get that my puppy. You better chill out, cause bitch, I'm not finished doing it. Oh, that's not my puppy. That's somebody else's dog. Okay, and then we got 8. 8 being the solution, that balance in that internal feminine energy. We're in the number 8 year, your magic. Balance and in harmony, the 8 here demonstrates its energy and creativity. I mean, the message be so obvious and clear. This can also be seen in the smaller images that depict the recumbent 8. The smaller images is like right here. I'm a number 8 individual. This can also be seen in the smaller images that depict the recumbent 8. The lemon, I don't know what these words mean. The lemnic sanctity. What's this word, y'all? Can y'all see it? Anyway, symbolizing the river of life, the flow of life. Right. All it needs is for that masculine external to come on in. And I remember a time to where when, you know, just living life, and I could begin to peep that my masculine energies was being bitches. Like, where is the external validation that I'm creating? Like, have I done, like, what the fuck? And it's like, I began to understand that I'm a woman, but I also have masculine energies, and it may be like when I actually experience that in my actual life, it's like, okay, now that I'm sitting down thinking about what I'm doing and actually trying to create it, that's the masculine energy. And even if this creation that I'm doing doesn't turn into something externally, when I find myself in situations that are folding in on me that makes sense, like somebody giving me a gift, or a man opening the door for me, or somebody pumping my gas for me, it's like, that's the gift right there. That's good. I accept that as a masculine energy that I created, even though those things don't even go together. But we're talking about, we're women. Well, not all of us. I'm a woman, and this is the feminine energy being able to organize the chaos, even though that shit don't actually make sense, like from a logical brain. But I made it make sense because it feel right. Like, get into that, and then watch, doesn't the external world begin to solidify and validate those feelings from your own perspective. This ain't something that you can necessarily explain to nobody else. You have to have your own expression and experience of this, which we do, but acknowledge it. Let me read the chat. Allow your masculine to rise your feminine. Right. I learned that the masculine is ego recently, and femininity is knowing. Right. The internal knowing. Allowing your knowing to watch your ego and your knowing to work in tandem. Right. Allow that knowing to be validated from the masculine, but it's like a back and forth thing. It's like that thoughts has to understand that those feelings are valid. We just talked about the whole setup though, so I ain't gonna go back into a tangent on it. I fuck with y'all. That was a nice reading, you guys. Thank y'all for the energy. Thank y'all for tapping in, tuning in. If y'all want to donate anything, I got my information in the description below. Also, I got a class coming up. We got a class coming up, me and 5 of my sisters. We have a feminine, divine feminine class coming up. I'm going to be teaching on signs and synchronicities and how to correspond these things. Oh my moon rock almost come out. How to correspond these things to actual life, so that you can peep game as you're flowing through this journey, this cycle that we call life. Things that you already, like, you can feel, but not necessarily able to put your finger on what it is. All you need to have is a logical understanding or interpretation of these synchronicities all around you at every moment, and it'll begin to make sense when it comes to what you felt, having validation on that, because there's the synchronicity directly to what you already knew internally. That type of shit is what we're going to be talking about, what I'm going to be teaching about in my portion of the course. What else? There was one more thing. What was it? Oh, herbal blends. Y'all check out my website. I got herbal blends right now. I got I only have one type at the moment. I got it's a mix of purple lotus flower, mullein, and peppermint. Purple lotus flower, that's that Egyptian herb that they used to use, and it actually gives you a slight buzz. Mixed with peppermint and mullein. Mullein cleans the lungs, and the peppermint gives it a nice pull. It's not strong or anything. So anyway, if y'all want some of those, check me out at the description below. Hit me up, and I fuck with y'all. Peace out.